We're going to show how Joe actually protects the puck along the boards. Who wouldn't want to be on Joe Thornton's line? When you're in the offensive zone, really your main job is to get the puck, get it over to the right-hand side. From there, Joe's going to control it. He gives his wingers time to get open. That's what Jonathan Chichu does. He's got time to get open in the slot, and Joe gets the perfect pass to him. Let's watch how Joe does this.
Okay, I know the puck's coming up the boards. I want to kind of stay a little bit away from the board so I can cut in if I want to, bring the puck and cut in. I also want to keep my feet wide because I know a defender's going to come on me, use his body to try to get the puck. So kind of be strong on your legs, and then I just kind of grab the puck and try to roll to the middle of the ice while he's trying to force me out. But have a good balance on your feet and just keep the puck in front of you and keep it away from him. He's going to try to get a stick there, so I just kind of keep it close away from his stick.
Scotty, what's one of the things you have to try and do to stop somebody like Joe? If there is something you got to do, and you're lucky enough that you play with him.
Most of it's just trying to control his body and trying to get him to go where you want him to go. And I mean, that's a tough job most nights, but that's a lot of it, is just trying to control where he is going. And a lot of it's defense away from the puck. You know Joe's going to make good passes, and you can take away his options. But
will you try and push him to his backhand or anything like that? Try and make him make those backhand passes?
I don't know about Joe. Joe loves his backhand, but I mean, a lot of it's just trying to take away his time and space. Either eliminate him from getting the puck, or just trying to seal him away as quickly as you can.
All right, one last thing, Joe. If you can turn around and you're facing, let's see how far you can actually stick handle from one side to the other. I'm going to drop my gloves down, so if Scotty's on you, your stick handle, as you know how you get your stick out nice and wide. So this is the reach. This is why it's so hard to cover Joe Thornton. He can have his stick all the way over there, and if he comes all the way over here, we're looking at almost 10 feet right there. 10, 12 feet is his wingspan. And that's one of the reasons that it's so hard to get the puck from Joe Thornton. Now we're going to get a few questions from some of the girls from the U12 girls Sharks team. Who's got a question, girls?
Here we go.
Here we go. Here's a question right over here.
Why did you pick your number?
I wear number 19 because I was a big fan of Stevie Yzerman from Detroit growing up, and he was one of my favorites, so I picked number 19 to wear.
All right, any other questions? We got time for a few more right here.
If you had to pick any two players to be on your line, past or present, who would they be?
Wow.
That's a loaded question. That's a good question.
I really like playing with Jonathan Chichu. We seem to have good chemistry together, and I think this year I might be playing with Mark Bell. So currently, those two fit me pretty well. And in the past, maybe, oh, that's a toughie.
Guy Lafleur, the Rocket Richard, any?
Maybe Mario Lemieux, maybe Wayne Gretzky. That's a pretty good line.
Guys, I could see you could be fighting for the puck.
Yeah.
All right, anybody got a question for Scotty Hannan? Scotty Hannan, we got a question over here for Scotty Hannan.
What is one of the best qualities that a defenseman should have?
That's a good question.
Say one of the best is work ethic for sure, because a lot of times that's the biggest thing about playing defense is just, working harder than the other guy. Playing well physically on the body. That's probably the biggest thing you can do.
Any other questions? Oh, we got a question right here.
If you had to pick any team to be your rival, which do you think it would be?
Wow. I'd have to say there's a couple. LA, we definitely have some good games against. We always like beating LA. And Anaheim. Anaheim's going to be a big rival for us, especially this year.
We got time for a couple more.
How did you feel when the rules got changed for the new?
For the forwards? No. Yeah. It was a big adjustment when you're growing up learning to play defense in a certain way and you're allowed to do things. It was an adjustment, but I think it's made the game a lot better.
One last question.
Did you always want to be in the NHL when you were little?
Growing up, it's a dream, especially growing up in Canada. It's one of those things you watch it on TV and you're always looking and striving for that for sure.
I'd like to thank Joe Thornton and Scotty Hannan for coming out, spending some time with the girls today, and showing us a little bit about puck control and stick handling. And what else did we learn in the first episode? Well, we learned some new words, didgeridoo and donkey jaw. We've got to thank Mark Smith for that. And...